What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Dylan, and here are the first 6 things that you should do when you get your Mac. Being a Mac user for the past 7 years of my life, I found a lot of things to become more intuitive, and these are the first 6 things that I would recommend somebody that just got a new MacBook. So first off, you definitely need to update your MacOS, and the reason being is Mac usually ships out these laptops, but then by the time you even receive them, there's already been a lot of software updates, so that's the first thing that you should do. So the way that we do that is we click this Apple icon. You go to About This Mac, it'll say Software Updates. Right now they're using macOS Mojave, which is 10.14.2, and you'll see that right here. You press Software Update, and if there's an update, you'll usually just press it right here, but I already did this, so it says your Mac is up to date. Let's hide this stuff from all of you guys so you don't have to look at that messness. Alright, so after you've updated your Mac, then I would recommend making the MacBook personalized to you. And the things that I have found to be most useful is personalizing the trackpad. You want to make sure that it works with how your brain works. But the main thing that I found to be useful is enabling one click. Well, I'm going to talk in circles if I just keep doing that. Okay, nonetheless, you just go open up System Preferences, you go into Trackpad, and you enable tap to one click. Next thing is dragging. I really couldn't figure out how to drag on this new trackpad. So in order to enable 3-finger drag, we go to System Preferences, we go to Accessibility, all right, you go to Mouse and Trackpad, and you press Trackpad Options. I don't remember which one means what, but the one that felt most intuitive for me was the 3-finger drag. So now that we've got the trackpad personalized to you, the next thing I recommend is personalizing the dock. And reason being is if you look right here, this dock is so packed. There's way too many things going on. And another thing that I really don't like is when you minimize things, it'll bring it down into like this little spot right here. I recommend getting rid of all of these things because it's not likely that you will be using them. Now, these right here are all of your most recently used apps. So what you can do is you can right click your dock and you can go to dock preferences. That'll still take you directly to the spot that we want to be at. And what I recommend doing is moving your dock towards the right. The reason why I like to put the dock onto the side of my screen is so that I can maximize screen real estate. Your windows can open up bigger onto your screen, and I find that really useful. So why don't we go and do that? I personally use the right side. Most graphic designers that I've seen usually put on the left. I don't really know if it really matters, but that's what I like to do. And I like to make my icon smaller because there's actually quite a bit that I'll be putting on there. So maybe we should do that first. And I turn magnification on so that like zooms in a little bit. So I put it around here and I make this around here. And this is what I usually click, is you click minimize windows into application icon, and that way when these things happen, it'll go right into the Google Chrome rather than taking up more space on your dock. This one as well, we want to automatically hide and show the dock, but what you'll notice is this is a little slow, so we actually go into the terminal to adjust this to make it feel more natural. We get rid of show recent applications in dock because I don't really like this extra waste of space in the dock. There's a lot of waste of space, but we get around that because everything can be personalized. So with the dock now I recommend you inputting all of the icons that you would most often use. Now what I would recommend is creating some spaces. That way you can group the icons into specific tasks. So for me, it's just basically organizing my life and then working. The way that we do that is we need to do that through terminal. I basically just put in some code here for you. So all you gotta do is copy and paste it. I'll put those in the description down below, or you can check out the blog. But pretty much what it's gonna do is gonna create an empty icon so that it spaces out the applications on your dock. So let's just copy and paste that and open up terminal. If you guys don't know where terminal is, there's a really useful feature called Spotlight. So when you press Command Space, you can search for anything on your computer and you pretty much just type in terminal. And that way it opens up the command line for you. And pretty much all you want to do is just paste it and it'll create that empty icon for you right here. And what you can do is you can drag that empty icon to create space within your dock. And that's pretty much all we want to do out here. When you try to maximize your screen, you'll notice that the dock still takes up part of the side of the screen. That's why I like to turn hiding on. But when you look at the way that the Mac turns on hiding and revealing of the dock, it's not the most fluid. So what I like to do is I also like to speed up that process. This is a smoother animation. We don't really need to go into detail with that. You just gotta paste it and it'll move it a lot faster. You can always read that on the blog. The code's there if you need it, but it's pretty much just like this to make it more fluid. And the last thing, the toolbar. So when Apple ships out your Macs, most of the times you have your battery, but the battery doesn't show a percentage, so you never really know how much battery you got left. You just click it. You click it and you press show percentage. And also you'll notice I have a bunch of random things up here. I've already covered this in Mac apps that you should have, but I like to use Bartender, and the reason being is once you click on this icon, it pretty much hides everything, so you don't have to look at those icons. So those are the 6 or 7 things that I definitely recommend doing when you first get your Mac. If there's something else that you guys think that people should know about, definitely comment those down below. But other than that, thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.